day everyone. Today I will talk about the discrimination about the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression, or the SOGIE in the Philippines. So this report will explain what SOGIE means, the universal policies that address human rights, and also the national and local policies that address discrimination. First, let us define what is SOGIE. So first, you have the sexual orientation. This refers to who a person is attracted to. Let's say, for example, a man who is attracted to another man is a gay, and a woman is attracted to another woman is a lesbian. So people should not be judged or treated badly because of who they are. So that is a sexual orientation. So second, we have the gender identity. So this is how a person identifies themselves inside. Let's say, for example, a person may be born male but identifies themselves as a female. So gender identity is about how a person sees themselves, not just their physical body. So that is for gender identity. Now, let's have the gender expression. So this is how a person show their gender through clothes, hairstyle, or the behavior. Let's say, for example, a boy wearing makeup or a girl having the short hair. So everyone has the freedom to express themselves without fear of discrimination. And that is for the gender expression. In conclusion, SOGIE reminds us that people are different, and these differences should be accepted and respected. Discrimination based on SOGIE is wrong because everyone deserves equality and dignity. Another important term is the anti-discriminatory bill. So the anti-discrimination bill is a proposed law in the Philippines. Its goal is to stop discrimination against people based on their sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. Let's say, for example, if a student is bullied in school or a worker is not hired just because they are gay or transgender, this bill aims to protect them. So that is anti-discriminatory bill. So the bill promotes fair treatment and equal rights in schools, workplaces, and public understanding. This term helps us better understand the issue of the discrimination. To better understand why this protection is important, let us look at the universal policies. So now let's talk about the universal policy. So the universal policy refers to the international human rights laws. So the Universal Declaration of the Human Rights states that all people are equal and should not be discriminated against. In the case of Tunan versus Australia 1994, sexual orientation was recognized as a part of human rights. Example, laws that punish people just for being gay are considered violations of human rights, and that is for the universal policies. So after discussing universal policies, let us now see how these principles are applied in the Philippines. For the last part of my report is we have the local and the national policy. At the national level, the anti-discrimination bill is still pending. However, many local government units already have anti-discrimination ordinances such as the Quezon City, Albay Province, Bacolod City, and the Angeles City, which has a gay rights desk. In schools, DepEd Order Number 40, also known as the Child Protection Policy, protects students from bullying and discrimination. Example, a student should feel safe in school regardless of their SOGIE, and that is for the local and national policy. To conclude, understanding SOGIE, the anti-discrimination bill, the universal policy, and the local and national policies helps us to see the importance of equality and respect. With proper laws and awareness, we can create a safer and more inclusive society for everyone. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Shara Sahipa, and for my part of the presentation, I will be discussing the two important topics, our national and local policies on SOGIE, and the effect of state discrimination in our society. To begin, let's talk about the current policies in the Philippines regarding SOGIE. As of today, we still do not have a national law that fully protects the right of LGBTQ+ individuals. The SOGIE Equality Bill has been pushed again and again, but sadly, it has not been passed into law. Because of this, protections becomes unequal. Some cities have taken the initiative to create their own ordinances, such as Quezon City, Cebu, and Davao. And these local laws have punished discrimination based on gender identity and sexual orientation. But even with these efforts, the reality remains. Only certain places have protections, while the rest of the country still doesn't. And this creates a gap in equality and many people continue to feel in their everyday lives. So now let's move on to the effect of state discrimination. Without a national law, many LGBTQ+ individuals continue to experience unfair treatment, whether in schools, workplace, and even in public services. And what makes it more heartbreaking is that this unfairness becomes normal in some places because there is no legal protection to stop it. This lack of protections allow prejudice and bias to continue. Some people feel safe in cities with strong local ordinances, but others, especially in areas without policies, still experience discrimination every single day. And because of this, many LGBTQ+ Filipinos feel that their safety and dignity depend on where they live, instead of being granted or guaranteed to them as basic human rights. In the end, the absence of a national policy does not just create inequality. It also creates fear, uncertainty, and a feeling of being left behind. And that is the end of my part. Thank you for listening. And now, I turn over the presentation to the next presenter, Debuna Labador.
So hi guys, my name is Debuna Ilabador and I'm going to discuss the discrimination by the Catholic Church. The Catholic Bishop Conference of the Philippines, which is the CBCP, and the Episcopal Commission on Family and Life, ECLF, have strongly compulsed the inclusive of sex, gender, sexual orientation, and gender identity in the process of anti-discrimination bills in Congress. They believe that adding those terms could create problems related to ethics, marriage, family values, and religious freedom. According to them, difference in sex or gender should not be treated in the same way as difference in race, religion, or ethnicity. Some opponents of the anti-discrimination bill also worried that passing this law could eventually lead to the legalization of same-sex marriage. However, this concern is based on the fear rather than fact, since the proposed bill does not include any provision that allows or promotes same-sex marriage. Despite of this, the Church continues to express its opinion or their opinion, which has influenced public opinion and the debate surrounding in the protection of LGBTQ+ rights in the Philippines. So next is the participation of the members of LGBTQ+ in public lives. So Article 25 of the Convention guarantees every citizen the right to take part in public life. This includes the right to participate in public affairs, to vote, and to have equal access to public service. Those rights must be enjoyed without unreasonable restriction and without discrimination. Importantly, discrimination based on the sex, which also covers sexual orientation, are prohibited. This ensures that the members of LGBTQ+ community are entitled to have the same opportunities and participation in public lives as any other citizens, reinforcing the principle of equality and inclusivity in governments and society. So next, we're going to talk about the discrimination in military. So the Philippines military and policy says they follow non-discrimination laws and are open to LGBTQ plus members. However, in practice, gay, lesbian, and bisexual applicants often face extra requirements and are judged based on the strict gender rules. Those practice shows ongoing prejudice and misunderstanding, making it important to identify and address discrimination within those institutions.
In summary, discrimination of people based on SOGIE is whispered in the Philippines. International and local policies are in place to address this prevailing issue. Yet some institutions still spread this little issue. What is clear is that everyone, including students, must act to solve.